host, Coach D, and it's Code31 Interviews on Demand, Zoom edition. And I have a very special guest. Y'all know how I do it, side edition.
Southside, we outside.
You already introduce yourself, young man.
What's going on, man? You know, it's your boy DJ GMoney, Southside's finest, New York's finest, Queens finest. We here, man. 40 projects, all of that. 156 be the block. We here. Coach D, what's up?
I'm chilling. I'm honored to have you on my platform. Before you, I had Mark Williams. I had DJ Mathematics Allah. Like, I'm just trying to get my Southside people in here, especially the ones that knew my brother and sister. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give it like, talk about your career and everything, but also what kind of impact Mark or Nina may have had on people's lives, because I'm doing a documentary. But just give them a background to my audience who may not know who you are and how you got started in the business.
Not for sure. First of all, I want to say salute for you for having me on the show. Second of all, that background is kind of fire you got over there, man. I don't know where you get that from, man.
Like that. Boom. What I do is I pick a picture. Like I can't even explain to you. I look through the pictures of the people that I'm going to have on my platform, and I just pick one out that I feel like that's the one. So I felt like this.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, I go by the name of DJ GMoney. You know, born and raised in Queens, Southside to be exact. You know, been DJing for a little over 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Time is going too fast, man. So yeah, 20 years in the game plus. You know, DJing all kind of events from you know, started out doing backyard parties and all the hood joints, everything, every club in Queens and Southside, everybody backyard, the project apartment buildings, abandoned houses. I did it all to you know, from that, of course, elevated to doing like more sophisticated events, weddings, 316s, corporate stuff, and then, you know, all the way up to now, I DJ some of the big events with celebrities and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
what made you want to like get into DJing?
All right, so my pops used to DJ back in the days. You know, shout out Monkey D. You know, Rat Monkey, 40 projects.
Yes.
But those from Southside. Know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout to the Hawkins family, of course. So my pops DJ.
Cousin KyahBaby as well.
KyahBaby family, first cousin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, well, my pops is a DJ. So, you know, I didn't think nothing of it at first. You know, growing up, I would hear him talk about, when I was back in my days, I'm like, okay, cool, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember being 2 years old and then my parents buying me a Fisher-Price turntable. I remember that. I remember being in the house. I remember grabbing the Run DMC vinyl and putting it on the turntable and just messing it up, just making a mess, scratching, just making noise. You know, so even then it was like nothing. And I got a little older. Like I said, I would hear my pop stories. Him and you know, Rat Monkey and Rat.
Definitely.
Oh, those Southside legends. It's hot, right? I mean, but so boom, yeah. I messed around with the turntables there when I was little, just kid stuff. And then you know, a little older, outside playing ball. You know, I would see people in the hood always acknowledging my dad, like, your pops is a Southside legend, man. He was a dope DJ. Didn't think nothing of it still. Until I saw the movie Juice. I saw Juice. And I was like, yo, that's dope, right? So even still, when I saw Juice, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it like that. I just seen Juice and I seen the scene where he was DJing. And I was like, yo, that looks kind of cool. I want to try that. So I begged my parents that year. Well, years after that, I begged them for some turntables. And they bought it for me. And I was like, yo, this year, I don't want no toys. I don't want no games. Like, just give me the turntables like the movie. I'm gonna do what he did in that little scene. He's like, pump. I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they bought that for me. Like 90, I want to say like 98 probably.
Okay.
Something like that. So they got it for me. But even still, I wasn't like, yo, I want to be a DJ. I just wanted to have it in the house, just to show off a little tricks and, you know, like try to be like cute from the movie.
Right.
Not until you know, of course I'm DJing like little family events. So they want some speakers and stuff. So I bring the speakers out. I DJ for the family stuff, local stuff, just to play around with it. Like, I'll play a couple records and I go run around and go play. And then like my dad's friends is like, yo, you know, how much you charge a DJ? I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? You mean charge to play music? I don't know. Like, if you're gonna pay you to come DJ at a party next week. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, Pops, your friend told me to talk to you. He said, you want to pay me to DJ? He's like, you want to do it? He's like, yo, I'll show you the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he was like, yo, if you want to get into it, I used to DJ, so I can teach you the business. And so from there, it kind of just, that was it.
That's great.
That was it. That was it.
Okay, and so the next level, so you start DJing, and then where does the, doing the celebrity parties and stuff, and then up to now with the podcast?
Oh man, I mean, if you're going fast forward, like it's like it was like that day, right? I did my cousin's. My first official party was my cousin Takeem. Rest in peace. My cousin Takeem birthday party in February of 1999. And 40 Projects. That was my first official like gig that I had. I got to bring my equipment out. They called me to come play. I came and played the whole night. That was the first one. So my first party was in 40 Projects. My cousin's birthday. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, all right, cool. Let's my dad's friends, let's do a party here. Okay, cool. A little baby shower here, backyard party here. Get a few calls. I'm like, oh, whatever. It got to the point where it was kind of like every weekend. I'm like 14, 15. I'm like,
nice.
This is kind of crazy. So I'm getting a lot of calls like for parties, just like really getting like fast. Mind you, I'm still in high school. I'm still doing schoolwork. I'm playing ball, so I'm playing on the basketball team. So I'm like schoolwork, homework, basketball practice, DJing. Like it's just like, so it went from that, and then just I don't even know. Everything went real fast to me. Just doing like club stuff, college stuff. Of course we have to put the grind in. I can't say it happened overnight like that, but everything take time. So
definitely.
My mom definitely was helping me in the crib with making some business cards. Back then we had to go to Staples to get the get the printout cards, the print paper. So we bought the print paper, and she was like, "Yo, we gotta take it serious. So like, let's get some business cards, make some mixtapes or CDs of you DJing, so you got like some demos ready for people in case they don't know how you play."
Yes.
Make an old school one, make a hip hop one, make an R&B one, make a reggae one, so you can get different crowds. So my parents both of them definitely helped me out with the business side and like just understanding like how to get the grind going, how to like market yourself the right way. So I put the work in first, and then I kept getting a million calls, and then like, we can fast forward years later. I was on DTF radio with Steph Lover for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had guests on the show like, Prodigy, rest in peace. He was on our show. You know what I'm saying? Pete Rock, Chris Montana was on the show. Candace Parker from the LA Sparks, like different guests. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it got to that point that I'm doing, just different celebrity stuff. Like I open up for 112, open up for Genuine, open up for.
How did you get linked up with stuff like that?
So some of those gigs I was DJing for like up-and-coming artists who was performing for certain events. So they would book the artists to come DJ for like, they have Keisha Cole headlining, but they have the artists opening up for Keisha Cole. So I'll DJ the set either for the artist or I'll DJ for the club and do like a little opening set there and stuff like that, So just building, being outside, being around the right people.
Yes.
But yeah, those events, and then like, just knowing the right people, like I DJ for Fabulous for one show in Philly because my homeboy DJ Reg West was Fabulous tour DJ, so he had me fill in one night. So I got opportunity to play for Fabulous for a show in Philly. That was pretty dope. You know what I mean? So just being around the right people, just being outside, just people see your work and they respect your work. They see how you grind and see what you can do. So they call you for different gigs and situations.
I just interviewed Prayer, the other night, and like so impressed with my interview with him. He's like, "Yo, I want you to come to my album release party." So
that's it.
To do that, and
you're doing good work, man.
And it's crazy. I just interviewed Fresher, and he was telling me about the incident where he almost lost his life last year, and he turned a negative to positive. So I met Method Man 2 years ago. He's my favorite. So I want to know, who have you met? Like you watching TV and now you're in the industry and you was like, oh snap! Who's your I met?
You know what's crazy? I met a lot of celebrities, man. I think not too many of them. I was like, oh my God. Most of them, my mindset was like, all right, you know what? I got about 5 minutes to meet them, get a picture, get a drop, and that's probably it. You know what I'm saying? So, but my wild moment for me, Kid and Play.
Okay.
I met Kid and Play. Got a drop from them. I was excited.
Play was the brother-in-law to my pastor at my church at Hollis Presbyterian Church. So I got him at church one day.
That's dope. Yeah. I mean, for to meet them, for me, like I watched their movies all the time. House Party was just like growing up. So certain celebrities I just relate to more than others. Like, of course, I'm excited to meet like Fabulous and these other guys. Trey Songz, blah blah. But for them it was like, all right, cool, yo, I made Trey Songz earlier, dope. But Kid and Play, I was like, oh, that's Kid and Play. Yeah. Like that's the dance move and everything. I'm like, oh
yeah. Shit. My first interview was KRS-One at the Video Music Box 35th anniversary in Brooklyn. And like everybody that was out there, DJ Enough, DJ Wiz was out there, like all of them was out there. Right. It's crazy because Ralph McDaniels had sat me down one day in the Queens Public Library and told me create my own lane and do the work, and the people that you want to work with will come to you. So I respect that so much because he
100% facts.
That, So I interviewed KRS-One, Ice-T several times. Tretch is amazing. Ever since I met him, we would wear my gear because I do Code31 apparel as well. So I have not had, knock on wood, a bad experience yet.
That's dope. That's dope.
People and interviewing them, because you have to have respect, but they also got to give you your respect in return.
Right. No. Huh?
Somebody was talking to you?
No, I actually, I'm too loud because they in another room. I was like, nah, he said we good.
Okay. So, like, what advice would you give somebody that wants to get into DJing right now, especially with this COVID? And that's what I wanted to ask you also. Has your thing been affected by this COVID? Your schedule, tours, all that stuff.
I'll start with the advice first. For the advice for anybody that's want to become a DJ right now. One, I definitely would say, learn different genres of music. Don't get it. I mean, being a DJ is entrepreneurship, so I can't tell you what to do exactly. But some people might want to get in the game and say, you know what, I'm gonna be a trap DJ. That's it. I respect it, but my advice would be just to learn all kinds of music, because each genre helps the next genre. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you don't realize the producers and stuff, they steal and they sample from different artists, the old stuff, the new stuff, different, the country music, the pop music. People get ideas from different artists and different genres. So it's, I think it's dope to know all kind of music. So, if you're gonna get into the DJing, I definitely would say, learn, especially the hip hop. Hip hop started, all of this DJing and stuff and all of the culture. So you got to go back to and learn the MCs from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, just at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your laptop full of some Jay-Z, and you got to have the Biggie, you got to have the KRS, you got to, have those in the pocket just to have and
but how
understand
do you differentiate from I'm gonna say the COVID DJ and a real DJ? Because with this COVID thing, like, everybody wants to be a DJ, everybody wants to do media, everybody wants to do podcast, and everybody's not built for this. So how can you differentiate now from the real DJs and these COVID DJs that just pick up a laptop, put music in it, and say, I'm a DJ?
Right. I mean, I think if you know, you know what I'm saying? I think people, a lot of times now, people, even with events now or clubs, when I'm doing clubs and stuff, like, I feel like these people, they don't really book the DJs for the talent anymore anyway. They kind of feel like, all right, this is my man, this is the part of the team, I'm gonna have him do one party. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not paying him top dollar because he's part of the team, it's my man. So I'm gonna give him a little something. He's gonna play all the hits anyway. People gonna be drunk, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So the game is a little twisted right now. I ain't gonna lie. The whole DJ game it's a little twisted, but the real will survive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm blessed to still be 20 years in and still getting calls and still getting gigs and getting booked. You know what I mean? So, I just feel like the real world.
The cornballs, then they're gonna eventually call you and be like, okay, we need the real ones back and do what we do.
You get what you pay for, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can try to shortchange yourself and get somebody else and go that route and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been down that road before where they call me for the price and I'm like, okay, I'll charge this, and then I'm gonna call you back, and they call the next guy and they're like, all right, next time we gotta call G now because we had this guy come through and he didn't do what he's supposed to do. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
and tell me how you got here now with the podcast. Like, what made you say I want to do a podcast now?
Yeah, so me and my brother Queens Flip, we started the podcast about 4 years ago now. Right before that, I was doing the show with Step Level on DTF Radio.
Okay.
So I was in it with her for 5 years, and it was going good. Shout Step Level, shout Mommy Hot Waters. It was going real good. Every Thursday we had dope guests, and it's a dope show going on. And she had the opportunity to go to AM radio in not Philly, in DC. In DC. So she got a call to do that. So she let me know. I'm like, all right, cool. I respect it. Go get your bag. You know what I'm saying? So she was the first one to be like, yo, you should do something with your boy. Like your boy Flip be wilding out. Like you should do something with him. I'll give you the same time slot and give you the same, on the same station or whatever. So I told Flip, he's like, nah, I'm not with it. I ain't trying to do that. I don't want to do no radio show. He's kind of like, he kind of curved me a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. And then somebody else was like, yo, you should do something with him on that show at Step Leaving. I'm like, he didn't want to do it. Curved me. I'm like, whatever. Then my other boy, Space Ghost, is like, yo, this new thing called podcast. So you should try to do a podcast, whatever. Like, so we didn't know what a podcast was like that. You can come through, you good. We know the podcast was like that. So, in my mind, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a DJ for the show. I let him host the show. We get some guests, whatever. That's it. And I Googled it, and it was like more so talking. Like it's not like no music on it. So now I'm like, yo, I don't really do the talking too much like that to be sitting down talking for hours and stuff on the podcast. So I don't know what we're gonna do. So he finally agreed to it, and then we just jumped in. We just jumped in. Our first episode, his plan was to like, yo, if we're gonna jump in this podcast world, we gotta jump in it and make a mark. So we can't do a regular show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, we got guys like Charlamagne and Envy and, all these, Comeback Jack, these guys doing big podcasts. Like we gotta make our mark. So he decided to have a female perform some actions on a guy who was willing to receive these actions live on the show. And we interviewed both of them at the same time while they was doing some things.
Handling business.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So that was how the whole thing got started. It was just like, me and him been good friends for years too, like 14, 15 years. So I knew him for a while already. So
and it works, just like low key, and he's all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. The whole balance thing.
Yin and the yang, it works.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance. What's crazy, me and his birthday's a day apart.
Wow.
So it's crazy how like the scale is like this, and we, you know what I'm saying.
So what should we look forward to with the podcast?
We got a lot more guests on the show. We just recently interviewed the lovely Miss Jones, who's in the studio right now doing their new show.
Tell her if she want to come on my platform, right?
For sure. So they got their own show. They started actually they recording right now in the next room. So they have their new show. They started today every Thursday.
Nice.
We had Miss Jones in the show recently. We had Ray for Austin, Skip to Malu on our show recently.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? For me, that was a big one because it's Queens, and he's a legend. So
I interviewed Ken Anderson, and I was bugging out. I interviewed Chris Child. I interviewed Benny Cook.
Okay.
But I'm still incorporating, Coach D sports into what I'm doing, and
that's dope.
Great.
That's dope.
Great. So I actually worked with Rick Hicks from Game Over, New York City also. So he's been in the game 27 years. So I actually sports commentating for his platform. And he's trying to bring me out of retirement because he's going to be playing a huge game on TV against a TV show. I can't really say much yet, But if he let me
okay.
coach that game, I'm shutting it down.
That's over. That's it. That's it.
Building you already.
Coach D, let's go.
I don't care. Like, I went to an event the other night for Indie Gatekeeper magazine, and he's like, "Oh, we got other media that's going to cover the event." And I said to myself, I don't care what other media outlets you have in there. When I come in there, I'm shutting the whole thing. I shut the whole thing down. Now they want me to come back. Now Prayer wants me to come to his album release party. You know what I mean? So I'm on a mission with Code Media.
You working, man. That's what's up. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
The COVID, how has it affected your brand?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like it didn't affect it too much.
Okay.
It didn't affect too much. I mean, I did I do and I did appreciate the time away from everything and everybody. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like being when you DJ, you on call, you know, you can't really, well, you can, but you know, we don't turn down too many gigs. You know, like, and we work holidays, we work late hours, we work late nights, early morning sometimes, you know. So I was telling my friend the other day, I was on the show the other day, I was telling him the same thing, like he asked me the same question. I'm like, yo, I kind of enjoyed it, you know, like, and then right before COVID hit, I was telling myself too, like, yo, I need more time with my son.
Yes.
You know, he was having like a little, not trouble in school, but just like, he was busy. He was busy in school. And then me and his mom both working after school hours. So he had to put him after school, and then after school program kept calling us like, yo, you know, him and this guy kept getting into some stuff. I'm like, yo, I want to get him out of the after school program. Like, I'm about to just take off and just stay home and just so I can be more hands-on with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need more time in the crib just to be really on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nothing bad. He wasn't really doing nothing crazy. I wanted to spend more time and just really get in his head a little bit more. So when this whole thing happened, I was like, yo, this is good. We home.
Yes.
I'm relaxing with him. I'm watching TV. I'm doing regular stuff, like, you know, at home.
I saw him dancing at the Black Lives Matter event. That was
yeah.
Nah,
so yeah, I mean, you know, the first few months I was kind of like, man, it's crazy. I mean, outside really closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out. Like, the clubs shut down. So I'm like, yo, you know, I'm enjoying it. Then after that, you see everybody, like you said, everybody's DJing, everybody doing this. So everyone's on live all day long. I'm just like, yo, you know what?
Doing media on Instagram that have no background in media whatsoever, and they have the opportunity to interview these celebrities, and they're just on there asking asinine questions about who you're sleeping with, and they're married. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my God, you're just gonna mess it up for the people that really do this, man.
Yeah. Nah, it was crazy for a minute. You know, we obviously took a break from DJing, took a break from the podcast, took a break from everything. So we kind of were just chilling out for a while, for a long time. Right. I didn't really get on live and stuff like that for like a long time. I feel like everybody was doing it already. So I was like, what's the difference between me and the next guy DJing on live?
Yeah, that's why I don't do interviews on Instagram and stuff. I like Zoom because I have a one-on-one with you, and no rush. It's, you know, we take our time, talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm not messy. I will never ask you no personal questions, no stupidity, and I get to edit it and put it up, you know, when I want to put it up. So
gotcha. Yeah.
Platform and do what you want to do. Choose who you want to interview. There's no pressure on me to say, oh, because you interviewed that celebrity, I got to interview. No. On my platform, I interview anyone that has a special story to tell. So it was beautiful that my friend from Elegant Hoodness magazine, she actually reached out to your cousin and we interviewed her together. So that was a blessing.
For KyahBaby?
Yes.
That's dope. Yeah, she doing her thing right now. She got the new video.
No pictures because she wanted to put her on the cover, but she said, you know, she never reached back. So when you talk to her, tell her, yo, if you got some pictures, send them in so that you could get that cover, man.
I got you.
I'm like, oh, that's Queens, that's family right there. It's lit.
Of course. She doing what she do, man. You know, I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for her to really, you know, I'm waiting for the world to really accept her in the way they're supposed to, and she can take off.
You know what I'm saying? Put something with Queens artists real soon. Like, he's trying to get all the Queens artists together.
You said Bimmy?
Bimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I reach out to him.
Yeah, definitely. I told him when he's ready. to get the project going. I'll come, I'll interview, I'll do a write-up in Rare Royalty magazine. Like if you have anything, any artists or whatever, I'll interview them. I'll put them in Rare Royalty magazine and we'll go from there. I have a last question for you. If you could go take time and talk to your younger self, what would you tell them and would you change anything?
I mean, oh, thank you, bro. I don't think I would. All right.
Or what advice would you, from what you know now, what advice would you tell your younger self?
I'm trying to think, man. I think you hear them yelling and going crazy. I don't know. I mean, I really don't want to change much because I love the experience that I went through. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that happened, but I definitely would want to tell my younger self to just, I'm trying to think how to put it in words, but not to procrastinate so much. I feel like I have a procrastination problem with certain things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I had pushed forward, or if I had pushed the button on certain situations when I was younger, I probably could have been a little further. You know what I'm saying? If I was a little more aggressive. There we go. I would tell younger GMoney and GMoney right now, honestly, to be a little more aggressive in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely would knock on some more doors.
Yes.
Like, yo, what's up? I'm here. I'm GMoney up. What's going on?
Yes, that was.
But I think I feel like I have and I had issue, but not an issue of just being too humble a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? When sometimes you got to turn that cocky button on, like
turn that notch up, yo. Especially
I'm GMoney. What's up?
I'm like, yo, Coach D, Code31, Rare Royalty, super ugly. We in the building. Like, I'm not worried about none of the rest of y'all. Do your interview. When I sit and do the interview, yo, you killed me. Thank you so much. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to just sit on the wall or be extra or have us all in a pot. No, you have a separate room where I could do a one-on-one with them. That's the first thing I ask when I get there. I don't want to be in a crowd asking 1, 2 questions. No. Do you have a side room or something where I can do a one-on-one? They're like, what? Yeah. No, I'm not like that. No, I'm me. I'm Coach D. I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna kill that interview.
I think that's something that I'm still working on now, just as a person, just kind of realizing my worth and realizing my resume and realizing who I am for real. Because
definitely
my friends and my family see it, but me, I'm just like, I'm just G. I'm regular G. I don't really look at it like that. But they're like, yo, you bugging
out. They be like, are you kidding me? Do you know who you interview? I'm like, I do, but I'm not where I want to be yet. You know,
that's how my mom be. I'm like, okay, cool.
Invited to like private events and exclusive interviews and stuff, then I will sit back and soak it in and say, okay, you're doing it. But no, I don't feel like I'm there yet.
Right now, we're still grinding. I'm waiting for the big house in the pool in the backyard. I'm waiting for the basketball court in the back. I'm waiting for that. Then I'll be like,
yes, it's coming. So where can they reach you on social media?
Yo, man, hit me up on Instagram at DJGMoney official, Twitter at DJGMoney, YouTube.com/DJGmoney. Those are the main joints.
Okay. Make sure you
hit me up.
Code31 Media interviews on IG and DM me 31 on Twitter. Before you go, say your name and say it's Code31.
Yo, it's your boy DJ GMoney. It's Code31.
Let's get it. Hold on, let me get a picture. You ready? One more. All right, thank you, young man. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Don't forget to add me on Facebook because we are not Facebook friends.
We're not Facebook. I mean, let me go check. Let me go do it right now.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Add me yet, so we are family. Yeah. Oh, did you know my brother and sister Mark and Nina? Because Mark did DJing and MCing in the park or the jams, the park jams, and DJ Mathematics. Yes, he used to be in his basement on Foch Boulevard. He was like, yo, he showed me this technique, blah, blah, blah. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to interview him. Because a lot of times he would say, yo, RZA did that. But I'm like, yo, I remember when you was in the basement with my brother. I was best friends with his sister in school.
Oh.
Yes, your brother was a great influence on the DJ. And so that was great.
Wait, so you said Mark
Ellison and Nina Ellison. They always used to be around your dad and your uncle.
Word?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture of my brother.
Yes, I gotta see a picture.
Matter of fact, he had the Greg Bourne Cougars in the park. His name was DJ Ellie and Horse. If you ask your dad and your uncle, they're gonna say, hell yeah, we knew about your brother. He used to play in IS-8, 40 projects. He used to coach all the kids out. Coach Mark. He was a correction officer.
But he didn't. He's a coach by Basie over there, right?
Yeah.
Not that Mark.
I'm gonna show you a picture of my brother. You're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that was your brother. Why? I
feel like if it's that Mark, I played on his team before.
You probably did. The Greg Bourne Cougars, because he coached everybody out here.
Yeah, because that's the Mark that had the team on the team by Basie.
Yeah, can you see him?
I can't because the background I can't see it.
Yeah.
I see. I can't. I see a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it on the joint. But yeah, I know I had a coach. I had a coach Mark out.
Because everybody in Queens damn near played for Mark.
That's crazy.
He had the Greg Bourne Cougars, and then when he passed, I did the Mark. I changed it to the Mark Ellison Cougars.
Okay, I got his pops. Yeah, I know pops now.
Yeah, definitely. Because I had put something up in the IS-8 post, and I was like, "Do you think my brother deserves to be here?" And I think your dad I think your dad was like, "Hell yeah, your brother deserved to be in there," because he but it's like a lot of times when they do these Queens lists and stuff, they never seem to mention him, and I'm like, why not? I just send it to your inbox.
Okay. Let's see, Mark. Yeah, United States. Damn, that's been a long time though.
Yeah.
He's still around. He around now, still, right? Or
no, he passed. He passed in 2009.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's the same. I played on his team. It's a young picture of him though. This when he was.
That's a young picture of him.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say because he.
I'm like, we're apart. So I used to be with him when he coached, when he played and take it to the hoop. He came and got me the second day because his team was trash, won the whole thing. So yeah. So he.
No, I definitely played. I definitely played on his team. Because I think we used to. We used to practice at the Basie Park across the street from Basie Projects, not Park.
Yeah, right here on this
court. Yep. I definitely played on. I definitely played on that team.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a minute ago.
Yes, and he DJ'd and he MC'd and it was crazy. Like
my pops definitely know what that is. Yeah,
Mikey D, he did Mikey D, Kid Creole. Like I said,
when he I think we
DJ used to play for my brother, DJ Just. He played for my brother. So
what's his name? Played this dude named Trav. You know, dude named Travis, right? I think that's the only guy I remember on the team that we had. Travis, light skinned dude. I think Travis. He played with me with your brother's team back then. Cause I haven't seen him since we played when we was younger. Then when he passed away, I think I see him like the next week or something. Like ironically, I seen him outside. I'm like, what the hell? I ain't see you since we played on what's the name team. Like he just passed away. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that was starting the team back up, you know, because they thought it was a fluke when I did it in 2010. But it's not a fluke. I know what I'm doing out here.
I hear you.
Thank you so much for being on my platform tonight.
Nah, no problem. Thank you, man.
If you got any other people, let me know.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I was telling you, I got this girl in Brooklyn that I'm pushing, and it's a girl in Queens too named Fancy that she rapped too. She's pretty dope too. So I'm trying.
Their Instagrams and stuff, and let me know when they're ready to be interviewed. Let's do it.
I bet. Say less. All right. Appreciate you
so much. Have a good night.
You too. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.